Hey there everybody, it's Matt with Max Video, and today we're doing a book review. Um, Been a minute since I've done one of these, cause I'm lazy, and I keep putting off reading, even though I love to read, just kept putting it off. But the book we're reviewing today is Spice and Wolf, Volume 18, Spring Log. Um, as you know, if you've watched any of my reviews from the past, I'm a big fan of this series. Let's see. The last book in this series was written 10 years ago, I want to say. Yes, 10 years ago. Um, so the author, Isuna Hasakura, um, was writing a new book series, and the storylines he was coming up with, in his opinion, fit the universe of Spice and Wolf a lot better than they did the current series he was writing. So he decided to write them for this, and he wrote two short stories and a short novella to use these stories and to bring back these characters that he wrote for such a long time. And seen as the manga adaptation of the books is kind of at its climax right now, he felt it was the perfect time to do so. Um, so he wrote these stories, put them on a website, and then compiled the three together into a book. And so, yeah, ding. Sorry, I'm currently in this fun texting war with a scam artist, and it's just a fun time. If you ever get spam, roll with it, make it fun. Just don't hang up on them. But so anyway, Spice and Wolf, the 18th volume, takes place 10 years after the events of volume 17. And at this point, Lawrence and Holo have uh, started a bathhouse and named Spice and Wolf, as we saw at the very end of the volume 17, the epilogue. And they have a daughter now, Muri, and the stories themselves, the first short story just involves Lawrence and Holo and their day-to-day lives as, the master and mistress of a bathhouse. And it's just a fun little story. It kind of brings back the memories of the series as a whole, but with a new dynamic of the fact that they're married now, and it's not just that we all know they're going to end up together, but they never really stated. So, but it's stated now. They know they love each other. They know, the feelings are there, and I just put that on silent when I'm talking. That way I just don't blow y'all's phone up real quick. Uh, so yeah, the first one, it starts on a bombshell, and I'm not spoiling anything by telling you this because it's literally on the first page. It is, yeah. Here's the first page of the book, and this is the second page of the book. It starts off with Holo being dead, and that blew me away. I was like, this is a decently thick book. I mean, that's a good amount of pages for your main character to be dead, page 2. So I was fascinated to see where this was going. And let me get the names of these stories right. The first story is called The Margins of a Journey. And the way this works is, I'm going to spoil a little bit for you, is that they're trying to bring life into the town of Nyohira. Nyohira, I think it's, yeah, that works. And because it's a bathhouse town, their main times of business are in the winter and summer. Uh, so during the spring and fall, not a lot going on. Uh, so Lawrence comes up with an idea. He has a merchant's brain. He was a merchant for a long time, and he's like, let's make a festival or some type of event to kind of bring life into the town during these dead times. And they make it to where they make Holo into like a deity of some sort. Ironic. And they pretend she's died, and they have a false funeral for her and everything, and yada yada. So it's just a short little story. It's more about, getting you back into the lives of these two characters. The second story, which is Golden Memories, is, make sure I'm remembering this right. Ah, yes. The second short story is about, this is during the end of the peak season during this time, and they have this mysterious guest that doesn't talk, but has stayed at each of the bathhouses in town, starting from the oldest to the newest. So they end at the Spice and Wolf bathhouse, and Lawrence has to figure out what is this person's, what is their motive? Because, people don't just go to every bathhouse, never speak a word, and just mysteriously disappear in the woods every day. And so you follow that storyline. It turns out that they're there for a mission, and Lawrence and Holo help them fulfill that mission, and it's just a fun little story. The novella in this book, which is called, it's like Muddy something, Muddy Messenger Wolf and Wolf. This is the longest part of the book. This involves after the peak season, the bathhouse town takes all their money and adds it up, calculates it up, and takes it to the neighboring town to have the money counters counted up, and they have a deal with them that since a festival is going on for the spring, that they will help them with the festival preparations and whatnot in exchange for them doing their money for them. And you meet some more half-wolf people like Holo, and it's just like the old stories that we have in volumes 1 through 17 of they fall into this, adventure without wanting to, and they're like, well, we're here, might as well make the best of it. And it's just interesting to see, that after 10 years in the story, that they're still the same people that they were back then, as, they're willing to help people, and that's just fun. And you get the same quip, the quibs from Holo to Lawrence. It's just that fun back and forth. I mean, this is a very story-driven and building driven story. So if you're not into that, you're not going to like these books. But so yeah, that's that one. I won't give away because that is the meat of the book. And if you ever do decide to pick it up, I want you to experience yourself and not me spoiling it for you. And there's a little added story at the very end. And that is called Parchment and Graffiti. This is kind of a introduction to the new series he's going to be writing based in the Spice and Wolf universe called Wolf and Parchment. And this follows Cole and Muri as they go on their own adventure. And so it kind of introduces you to Muri since you've never met her before. You know Cole if you've read the original series. Cole decides to go and, finally become, the priest or cleric or whatever you want to call him. And Muri stows away and goes with him. But this little short story just introduces your relationship to them. They think of themselves as brother and sister because they were, she was raised around him, and you see that personal bond between the two of him having to look out for her and her causing him a headache. And it's just a cute little back and forth with them. So overall, this is a fantastic collection of stories. There's supposed to be one more volume to Spice and Wolf, volume 19, bugs me that they're ending on 19 and not 20. But anyway, definitely check this out. Um, I mean, I know it sounds like a long series, 18 books. It's so worth it in the end. Like, I can't even tell you how great this series is. This is the first light novel series I ever picked up, and it makes me want to read more light novels. But anyway, let me know if you want to check this series out. I will leave a link in the description to the Amazon link to the first volume and to this volume as well, so you can check them out. Is there any other book series you want me to look at? If so, let me know, and I'll do my best to check it out. Anyway, that's all for me today. As always, I love all of you guys, and I will see you in the next video.